about the case of Hushpuppie? Any update on that?
Well, as you rightly know, it is an issue that has both national and international dimensions. And in respect of the two, actions have been taken. Is a work in progress locally and internationally, and we are doing whatever it takes to ensure justice is done within the context of the law, regardless of the personalities involved.
In the work that the FBI is doing, the prosecution on is it helping the Nigerian case? We are hearing and seeing a result on the side of the Americans. So why are we not seeing much on the side of on our side here? You
see, issues that has to do with criminality and the enforcement of laws associated with crimes and offenses may have local international coloration. But then in the case of Hushpuppie, as you rightly know, multiple jurisdictions are involved. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, America, and indeed Nigeria. So within the context of the International Committee of Nations as it relates to the prosecution of cases, the international community is indeed collaborating and providing the necessary supports for the purpose of ensuring that justice is done to the case with the, with the peculiarities of the matter taken into consideration. So what I'm saying in essence, that internationally and locally, all hands are on deck.
What about the Nigerian side of things? America is doing its own. We see that prosecution is going on in America. But in Nigeria, there are other allied matters, facts related to the issue in America.
Nigeria,
but what is being done on Nigerian soil?
When criminality is involved, Nigeria and US, for example, naturally works together when there are elements of the offenses that have, that has taken place in the diverse jurisdictions. So Nigeria is indeed doing the needful by way of supporting what the America is doing for the purpose of ensuring that the cases are tried accordingly within the context of the American aspect of it. And then eventually, if there is need for local prosecution, nothing as well stops it. So what I'm saying, in essence, it is about the international collaboration, and then we are seeing the result of the international collaboration in ensuring that those that are alleged to have in one way or the other been, in one way or the other, operating in abuse of the position of the law are now brought to justice.
So there's nothing concrete on Hushpuppie
No, there are a lot of things concrete in terms of joint investigation and in terms of considering
where are we exactly on that?
Well, you see, as far as investigation is concerned, where we are now, it is about collaboration. And then we are collaborating both.
So there is no prosecution happening here in Nigeria
yet?
Not
immediately yet.
What about Abba Kyari, the police officer? That is linked to that matter.
Well, generally speaking, as I have stated earlier, it is about international collaboration. We are collaborating, we are working, and then it is work in progress.
But the Abba Kyari matter is not about collaboration. It's about the investigation that was instituted on Nigerians within the police, and also will link to your office.
But there are components of it. It is of international dimension. One thing I can tell you
about what's the outcome
of
the investigation from Nigerian side?
Well, there are a lot of issues that are ongoing, inclusive of the possibility of consideration for extradition and associated things. That is where the collaboration element of it comes into play, in respect of all the two cases.
So there's a possibility of extradition?
There could be a need or perhaps the possibility of making such requests, and they are looking into it.
Was there a request for extradition?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the parties are discussing, the parties are collaborating, and then there are exchange of correspondence from the perspectives of investigation, from the perspectives of extradition and associated things.
Is a police officer found guilty from the investigation?
You can't find someone guilty. You can't find someone guilty, but perhaps the reasonable grounds for suspicion can be established, will translate to prosecution that will eventually translate.
Because the panel has a quasi-judicial role and function. So they could also, of course, find some kind of culpability in their investigation.
Prima facie case, that is what we are talking of, reasonable grounds for suspicion. Reasonable grounds for suspicion has been established, and that will eventually translate to the possibility of prosecution and eventual conviction, if indeed, at the end of the day, the one is adjudged guilty by a court of law.
So what is the position now? Extradition or prosecution?
The position now is there are prima facie grounds, reasonable grounds for suspicion that have been considered from the perspectives of prosecution, from the perspective of likely extradition if the need for so doing arises. That is what is unfolding in terms of international collaboration.